Hello and welcome to another Budget Model Railways video. This one really ought to be entitled Never Say Never, because I'm actually going to do an N gauge layout, which I've always said I wasn't going to go back and do. However, some of you will remember that a while ago, because it was really cheap, I bought this Kato steam loco and 2 coaches for around the £50 mark, which, whilst it's a lot for us, is a very cheap way of buying an N gauge loco and a couple of coaches. But that sat in a cupboard for a little while. However, while I was ill, I was reading all my back numbers of Continental Modeler, and I came across this article, and it's a guy who did a very similar thing. He just wanted to build a little N gauge layout, and he just put an oval in, and this has got all sorts of detail and everything in there. And I thought, you know, that's all I need to do. If anybody wants it, it was in the January 2018 edition. I thought, you know, that's all I need to do. I just need to make a little layout for my Kato loco. So I wanted to make a baseboard. Obviously we're in lockdown, and I also wanted to make it nice and light. So I wanted to use what I'd got available. So what I've gone back to is what we've done before, which is cardboard box construction. So this is simply all the, it is 6 empty filament boxes. They're quite rigid. I've glued the lid shut here so that there's no movement. I then actually glued them together with a bit of weight on the top in pairs. Put them on a piece of foam board. So this is ordinary foam board. I bought 4 big sheets for £10 from Hobbycraft before the lockdown. So all I've done then is I've glued them onto a piece of foam board with a foam board on top. Makes a sandwich. Put a load of books on top as weight and left it overnight. And what that gives me, as we've shown before when we use cardboard, but foam board's even better, is an incredibly light, incredibly rigid baseboard. So that's my N gauge baseboard. I've got my baseboard, I've got my locos. So the next thing I needed then was some track. So I have got a big box of old Pico N gauge track. However, it was second hand when I got it, and it's about 5th hand now because it's been on 2 or 3 of our layouts. And I'm finding that whilst I have no problem with second hand OO or HO track, N gauge track just doesn't seem to survive as well second hand. At least mine doesn't. And I wanted to do something quick and easy. I don't like ballasting. And as we've mentioned before, we're very kindly supported by members and patrons and so on. So I decided to do something that I've wanted to do for a long while, which was buy Kato track. And this is the Kato Ready Ballasted track. It clips together. It's going to be really quick and easy to do, very reliable, no ballasting, and at the end of the day, I just want a loop. So it's not too expensive. So I did pay £26 for this, but as I say, for a number of reasons, that's what I felt the best thing was to do for reliable running and to be able to show another system. We can't always do everything the very cheapest way. So what I bought were these, which are 7-inch curves, 7-inch radius. They do a 6-inch radius, which this will go around. In fact, it was reading the packaging on this when it said it will go around 6-inch radius that gave me the idea to do the Kato track. But I did 7-inch because we've also got our own N gauge ranges, which I think will run slightly better on it. And then I've got some straights and a connector. So let's put that together and show you what that looks like. So there we go. That's taken me exactly 15 minutes to unpack the track, click it together, get the train out and have it running around. And this is what I was trying to achieve. So the loco is really reliable. We've actually just taken the connectors off the end of the power track so that we can put one of our own controllers on it. But these are the new Kato motors that are in the coach, so it's a really slow, smooth runner. And there we go. That's the beginning of my N gauge layout. And it's just going to be that simple, so I can just watch the train go around. Now what I've got is, I've got a railway station, which I paid £1.50 for. I think I got it from Classic Rail. If Doug can do it, it was a ghastly green plastic colour. And what I've done is painted the walls, weathered and painted the roof and the concrete. And I've got quite a nice little station. It's very much a freelance loco, so I don't really care whether it looks anywhere in particular. We've got quite a nice little signal box, again was bought cheaply. And I've got a funny old industrial building that I've weathered and painted the brickwork. And the idea is that I'll do very similar to Homeward Vale. We'll have a road coming over the back corner, so I've got a bridge. And the idea is just to have lots of scenery, basically. Hills, trees, grass, I'll get a few more buildings. I've got a couple of really nice trucks, and that'll be really easy because it weighs nothing. I've got a very reliable track and a very reliable loco, and that's when this Kato track is just great, because to me that looks pretty good. I don't have any qualms about that. I know a few people say it's too high on the track bed, but I don't really care. It looks okay, it's utterly reliable. Took a few seconds to do, and there are holes in it apparently that I can pin the track down, but I'll just glue it, I'll PVA it onto the foam board, and we'll be away. So there we go, that's my little N-gauge layout. Next time we'll show you with some of our own, we've got our own little N-gauge diesel body that sits on a chassis and some wagons, and we'll have that running around. So I'll be able to have the little Kato steam loco and our own loco pulling a freight. So there we go, finally going to do N, slightly radical baseboard as we do. That's quite nice there, doesn't it, going through the station. And that's really what it's about, is just having one of my typical little run around layouts without it costing too much money really in the scheme of things. And I'll update you as we do it, because obviously I've got a few other layouts on the go, but I thought a few people would be very pleased to know we are actually doing N-gauge. There we go. Quite nice watching it go around already, and I haven't got any scenery down. So thanks for watching, and we'll do some updates when we get time. Thank you. Hi, thanks for watching the video and for the nice comments. Click on the left for a previous video in this series, click on the right for another video you might enjoy, and please don't forget to click to subscribe, like, comment, etc. Thanks again.